told your friend you're not okay? And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay? Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
Try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Bloody hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is on chest, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, oh! Could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Bloody hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on the scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Bloody hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on the scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are we doing tonight, folks? It is a court night tonight. How we doing, sir? Okay. Nice talking to you. Yeah, so what I was talking about, guys. So it is a court night tonight. We are also Area 6. Last call. 10, 15 minutes. Okay, so, folks, how this is gonna work tonight. Just keep in mind, I'm still trying to get down the bits and pieces. I literally just got here about 15 minutes ago. So it's actually a new thing. So normally our court nights are usually on like a Saturday or on a weekend. And they're usually scheduled as a court night. But something Silver Lining's doing is they're kind of integrating the court nights into regular RP. So right now, obviously it's court night. We're also in regular RP. So I'm Area 6, but I may get called away from the courthouse to go to another call. So that's how that's gonna work. So there is actually still civs out in the county. Toledo, Grapeseed, Sandy Shores, Harmony, doing regular RP stuff that we normally would do, you know, not on a fortnight. If that makes any sense to everybody. I know it's a little confusing. So right now we're just guarding the outside here, making sure everybody, you know, directing everybody where to go. As you guys can see right there in the chat, court will start in about 10-15 minutes. Usually goes for about an hour. So that's really where we're at. We are Area 6 tonight, so we'll be down here. The majority of the night, I'm actually expecting to be at the courthouse. And then as soon as the courthouse is over with, we will switch over to regular RP. You know, patrolling the streets, go into shots fired. You know, all those regular scenes that we typically do, like last patrol. Folks, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over here. Maybe it should work. There it goes. All right, so
Can you hear me now?
this is actually a beautiful interior, honestly.
Can you hear me?
This is a beautiful interior. There's actually a new
Can you hear me?
courthouse that we have
Okay.
in the server.
Oh, you're good.
Really, really nice on the inside. I believe that's the clerk. Yeah, I believe that's the courthouse clerk. Is who that is. So, folks, we're gonna give it about another 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head inside, and we will be in the courtroom tonight. So we'll be able to hear the entire court session, which will actually be pretty fun. We haven't had a court session, I should say, in a little bit. So. Ought to be fun. Journal given. Yes, so we are having a court night tonight. It's not going to be the entire patrol. It'd be about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and then we're gonna switch right over to normal RP like we usually do.
Ma'am, is he bothering you? Everything okay out here? I heard some commotion.
How'd you hear that? And I didn't. How can I hear that?
Good evening, sir. 1041 Tenny, and I'll be submitting
It's all right,
to
everyone.
the courthouse.
I think he's from the north. I don't, he's saying some weird things.
Yeah, those guys from the north are.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
New Yorkers.
Alright, we're gonna go get in our... Here we go. Yeah, so Court RP isn't actually new to the server. We've done it a couple of times, but usually that's a dedicated patrol. So people come on for court specifically, and then right after court finishes, everybody goes home and, you know, gets off the server. But tonight is actually something new that we're gonna be doing. I'm not too sure if it's every night.
Excuse me.
I don't think it think it is. But it will be on designated nights. And being I'm in Area 6, I am basically scheduled to work here. If I was up in Area 3, that'd be different. I'd be patrolling Area 3 like normal. while court is going on. Hope that kind of makes sense, guys. In a way. Yeah, I mean, court RP is interesting. I mean, sometimes it gets boring, I'm not gonna lie. You're just sitting there the entire time. But some of the cases get interesting to listen to. And I mean, it's really realistic.
Tom 88, radio check.
Personally,
Receiving play.
I've never been in a courtroom before and had jury duty or anything. But from like videos that you see and everything, this is pretty realistic for a court session. So really cool. This is like, you know, where civs can go and have their, you know, case heard, or whether there's a traffic ticket, criminal case, that kind of stuff. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting, guys. So we'll have to wait and see what we get into. That's actually Jeffrey right there. Lieutenant?
What's up?
Oh, never mind. You already fixed it.
What, my whisper?
No, your patch.
Oh yeah, Doug, yeah. Doug was like,
Okay.
you know, your patch says, yeah, when I was making the
the
switch from sergeant to lieutenant, I must have missed that spot.
But yeah, I got you. Yep.
Yeah. I don't. Another last call. Or is that one old?
I think that was like 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
I think.
All right, I'm gonna go in and see where, because I see we're gonna be having another deputy come here soon. So let me go see where I might be able to find where he's gonna go.
Okay.
When everybody comes in, what's up?
I was just a question. So are there like units up in Paleto patrolling the county?
No,
Right now?
everybody's here.
No,
everybody's here.
Okay.
There's going to be no priorities going on. If there are any calls that require us, we'll just get called out from the courthouse.
Oh, okay.
Starting
then
with
after
Area 3, and then 4, and then 5. Area 6 units will remain here, all court.
Okay. And then after the court's over with, everybody just goes to their designated beats.
Yep, it'll just be a regular patrol.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You want to go ahead and head inside the courtroom, because I think they're might be letting people in there soon.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's head inside the courtroom. Goes there.
What's up?
We'll head in. So, right here, right? Courtroom.
What?
Right here, courtroom.
Yeah, no one's going in though yet.
I was told to go in there. Just stand by.
Yeah.
All right. So this is. Oh, look at this. Okay. I don't know where to stand. Back here. I don't know where to stand. I have no idea where to stand. I guess we'll. Oh, I don't know. Guess I'll stand right here. I guess that works, right? I have no idea where they want me to stand, but I like how SLRP makes this realistic and stuff. Absolutely. I mean, I have not seen a server out there that does court RPs. I mean, you guys may be able to listen, but I have not actually seen any servers that do a court RP besides Silver Lining. That one active. That as well. So yeah, I mean, I've never seen a server that does court RP, which is actually really cool that SLRP does. You know, it makes it more, excuse me, realistic. Adds some realism. And folks, actually what is really cool is there is a balcony. You guys can see up there, that is a walkable balcony. that you can go up, which is actually kind of cool. Yep. I have no idea where they want me to stand. When I last time I did court RP is when I was a CSO. So they had me go civ, and I was just a spectator. So I have no idea how many civilians have to go.
3 Paul 94.
4 Paul
How many
96.
civilians have to?
Paul 94, Paul 96,
Have
smoke
to
report
go
3048 North Freeway, 3048 North Freeway at the scrapyard. Local RP advising some kids are playing with fire, smoke report in the area. FD's en route.
10-4, code 3 from 7205.
What do you mean there, journalist? How many civilians have to go?
Code 3 from 7248.
What do you mean by that? I'm a little confused. FPS, so. It's actually a really nice courthouse. Like, real life court, there's like 15 or so that. Oh, I don't really think there's a limit to that. To be honest with you, I think a majority of the civs are here at the courthouse, because they're not gonna be expecting to get pulled over up in the county. Now they can't do RP scenes, but there will be no deputies up in the county to pull them over. So now I also don't know what I'd have to talk to Jeffrey about is, I mean, obviously I'm Area 6, so it's not gonna matter, but like for future, if I get picked again, when I get called out, do I just stay up in that area and not come back? Or, like, do I come back, hang out, and I get called out again, and I head back up and come back? So, I got a couple of questions. Like I said, guys, this is the first time of us doing it like this. We did it before. It was a designated night for RP. And there's no other RP going on in the county besides the court RP. So. But now there's actually scenes, or could be scenes, going up in the county. But I have no idea. It actually looks like a wicked big courthouse. I've never seen the inside of this house. Courtroom, courthouse. I've never seen the inside of it before. I know what the other one looks like, the older one, but the other one needs to be attached to Davis. I do the CAD.
Paul 94, 23.
3.94, Roger 23 on Siemens, call bona fide.
Negative, I'm not seeing any smoke at this time.
Copy, stand by.
Disregard, I actually see it out here to the south of me.
9 forward.
4 Paul 96, show me 23.
Paul 9 forward, 23 on scene.
Okay, So, let court, begin. Yeah, courthouse does actually look really good. It's really detailed. Got a splitter on his foot. Big. I'll wear my Class A, because that's what usually everybody wears to the court sessions. At least that's what we used to have to wear. So I just decided to continue with it just to make it look professional. There wasn't actually a thing that was posted saying what we had to wear, so. Which I don't mind bumming around in the Class A. It's actually a nice uniform. Get the tie on and long sleeve. It's actually kind of interesting because, like I said, when they did the last courthouse, I was a CSO, and I was told to go civilian because they didn't need me. So now that I'm an actual deputy, I'm able to assist with, this kind of stuff, guarding and stuff like that. Guys, we got some people filing in here. Like I said, I have no idea where they want me to stand. I can stand here if they want me to. I just have no idea. No idea where to stand. Not gonna lie, my character actually looks pretty good. I rarely have my hat off. I don't know if they want me to sit up over there or... And guys, if you would rather see from Jeffrey's point of view as a lieutenant, he is live over there. Honestly though, there probably won't be that big of a difference. We're both literally in the same vicinity. He's over there, I'm over here, so. I think he's Area 6 supervisor tonight too, so he'll be in Area 6 as well. Why is my mic like super sensitive? There we go. Let's try that. A bit better. Alright, so yeah, I apologize if my mic did not catch any of that. My noise gate was a little high. So, I apologize about that. Richard. Richard. He's from Shift B. They called him in today. I don't know if there's seating up top or not, like on a balcony. That I don't know. So, we'll have to wait and see. Should be getting started very shortly.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Callahan.
Here we go.
You may be seated. Court is now in session.
Alright, court is now in session, guys, so oh, he doesn't have his wig on.
Hold on a second while I get through these papers, see what our first case is gonna be.
That's actually the assistant sheriff, guys. That is Eugene.
Today, the first case on the docket, we're going to be looking at criminal case 0038, John Duff versus Los Santos County.
That would be me, sir.
Wait for everybody.
All right, DA Maple, the floor is yours for your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Patrick.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
People of the court. The defendant. Unfortunately, it's one of those days where somebody was cited or arrested for disorderly conduct, and that would be the defense here, Mr. Duff. The district attorney's office, we have concluded after reviewing that the officer did act accordingly in the charges. Although by initially looking at it, once you retain and go through with all the context given, you can understand why the charges were applicable. And throughout today's court session, I will provide that information to the court and allow the fantastic justice system as it is decide.
All right, thank you, Counselor.
All right, so
Mr. Duff, you may approach the bench and make your opening statement.
Cutting.
And thank you, Mr. Duff. You may be seated.
Hey, nice. Nice, man. I know I was in your
All
perm
right,
session
Mr.
yesterday.
Duff. You have any evidence to provide the
I know I was in your
court
perm session,
today?
so congratulations.
You would like to
Limitless
share
Sam,
with
how
the
we doing?
court?
I don't think that guy right there knows what the emote is. I'm gonna yell at him while the court's in session. Okay.
Mr. Duff?
Yes, Your Honor. My evidence would be the police report. The cop stated himself that I was already released from the scene from the other officer when he used the threatening words of arresting me for me using my free speech, and then he arrested me. So I wasn't even on the scene or in a scene when I was arrested, Your Honor.
Okay, and you have these documents to hand to me?
They should be in the court systems from the police report, Your Honor.
Do you not have a copy of them here in the court today?
No, I did not. My attorney was supposed to have it, but my attorney didn't show up today.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, Your Honor, the district attorney would have that police report.
I agree, but it's up to him whether he would like to present it. Is there anything you would like to just say to the court then?
That just, like I said, I was on a stop with a different officer, and this officer was the backup officer. And when I was released, I was walking away is when I told the officer, to F off, pardon my language in the courtroom. And he threatened to arrest me, which, like I said, that's a First Amendment speech, and I wasn't on a stop. I was leaving the stop I was already on. So I'm bringing that to the court for today because he took away my First Amendment, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Maple, do you have anything you want to present to the case?
It's funny to hear, guys,
of course,
but
Your Honor.
obviously everybody's got their own lives. It's funny to
Firstly-
hear like kids in the background. It's genuinely
firstly,
funny.
I'm a little
Like,
confused on the notion of somebody's free speech being infringed. There was no mention in any of the police reports that speech was the reason, or words were the reason for the individual's arrest. So I'm a little confused on that notion.
All right. Do you have a copy of this for the court?
Absolutely, I'll forward it to the docket here in a sec.
Bailiff, if you don't mind going and getting that paperwork for me.
Hey, I'm the attorney for some of these clients.
Okay, go ahead and have it.
Good. All right,
I think
here
that's
you
where
go.
they want them.
There's an extra copy.
I think that's where they
I
want
always
them,
come
and then they'll come up. I believe.
Thank you.
What's this case over whatever now?
All right, give me a moment to
Case,
read
excuse me.
through this. Is there anything you would like me to look at specifically?
Once this case is over, I'm gonna walk over there quick and tell the gentleman over there that.
Are you referring to me, or Your Honor, or the defendant?
Yes, Maple, you.
Sit, chair, if you're listening. Oh, look at that! Awesome, good stuff. Look at that.
Yeah, I'd just like to note the probable cause for the officer's detainment of him. Which they mentioned he was climbing on the billboard. He also refused to identify them.
If I may counter that comment right there, Your Honor.
This ain't the time for counter. I'm just asking him to look at that portion of the document.
But that has nothing to do with the arrest. That was a
You
different
can
officer,
counter
Your
it
Honor.
when he asks for it.
I wonder if he's actually got like the. I know before he used to have.
4482 with 5 ton massive in the back disturbance.
They shouldn't send anybody from the
Control
court because I
4482.
believe everybody here in the court house, like inside of the courtroom, I believe is Area 6, and we're not going to be getting any calls.
Drive 7163
Yep,
Dorset
see, that
Drive.
would be Area 6.
Step by addition details currently believe a drunk male driving a golf cart.
Alright,
Yeah,
just having
okay,
some
so
issues here with
we're
the
not gonna
paperwork.
be-
I think it'll work now.
Okay, that makes sense.
82, I'll be en route from 7249. 87, same traffic.
Yeah, so anybody that's Area 6, like me, will not be attached to any calls until after the court is over with.
I also like to mention, Your Honor, there was no indication that the officer said anything rude to the individual, nor any mention that the arrest was made due to using words. It's in the document that the officer put into the arrest report.
So Antonio's up there. So they're just looking over all that stuff over there.
Alright, read through this report here. Mr. Duff does not claim anywhere you were arrested for your words towards the officer. Is there anything you want to point out?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I understand I wasn't using the words, but flipping off an officer is a freedom of speech, and it's the same thing as First Amendment. You know, just because you flip an officer off, especially when I wasn't on a scene anymore with that officer. Like I said, the first officer, Your Honor, let me go from the scene and the reason why I was being detained. As I walked away, I flipped the other officer off. He had no probable cause to hold me. I got into my vehicle to leave and flipped him off again, and that's when he pulled me out and arrested me. He had no probable cause or reasons to have me detained or even arrest me. Like I said, it's been proved in many court cases, and you can look it up on the little web on your computer right there. There's many cases that prove that flipping officer off is a freedom of speech, Your Honor.
Driving a golf cart, no further. It's advised in the hotel.
There's definitely got to be
I'm
more.
very familiar with Supreme Court cases. Okay, I'm just a little
There's
confused
definitely
here
gotta be
because
more
you
to
did
that.
come to the court in your opening statement saying that you were arrested for telling someone to quote-unquote F off.
I apologize, Your Honor, if I spoke it wrong. But to me, it's the same thing. Telling a cop to F off or flipping them off is the exact same thing. I mean, you could do either or, and they're both protected. And if you do,
Okay,
like I
but
said, Your
I
Honor,
feel
read
like-
his report, the officer, it states that I was released from the scene. And then he still arrested me a couple minutes later, which proves my case that he had no probable cause to arrest me or reason. I was released. He didn't even have a probable cause to detain me at that point.
Incoming units, I think you're looking for the
Alright,
postal
Maple, do you
exact
have anything about this part of the
716-3. That should
report
be
that
where I'm
says
at.
he was arrested for flipping off the subject? The officer?
Of course. So firstly, as it's noted in the report, he was released, although talking to the deputy initially from a while ago, they did state that they told him to leave the area. And it is noted in the report that there's a little inconsistency to what the defense is saying, that he flipped them off before he went into the vehicle and then flipped them off once he went into the vehicle. Although it's noted in the deputy's report that they just sat idly in the vehicle, and he flipped them off twice in the vehicle. So they weren't intending on leaving yet. Yet the defense was saying that they were trying to leave. So there's a little inconsistency with the story he's trying to provide. And he's making a lot of bold claims to what the deputy, to their conduct, but doesn't have any proof
you can show both
to
units
counter
clear
that.
back today.
Doesn't even have a witness as well.
Pool 96, pool 94
Your Honor, my witness
The-
no longer
the
resides in the
also-
state. That's why.
3494.
Also,
Go for 9-4.
I would like to mention that the deputies, if they did have ill intent, they would have charged him for failure to identify as well,
be en
since
route from
they didn't
3048.
have probable cause to hold him for the initial reason to stop him. He refused to ID to them, yet they didn't charge him for that, and they were willing to let him go. Yet he continued the behavior and showed no intention to leave, so then he was arrested.
Get a better location.
Yeah, we're just that way.
Okay,
So-
and was there also a citation? It says here he was let go with a citation to begin with before the altercation that led to the arrest.
I believe there was a citation given from a Deputy Griswold to the defense.
Okay, and that was for the first half of this report from what I'm seeing, the climbing on a billboard.
I believe so. I believe so, Your Honor.
And yes, Your Honor, I stand by that ticket, and I paid for it, and I feel that ticket was appropriate. And the reason why I was the way I was is because that officer was nice to me, and the other one wasn't very rude. Well, was rude to me, and that's why this all happened, Your Honor. Yes, sorry, Your Honor,
Okay.
unprofessional.
And you confirm the golf cart is up on the 4th floor
Yeah,
as
I
well. Is that going to be
believe-
the parking garage, or is that going to be
Unless
in the
anyone
actual
here
hotel?
has any other evidence, Mr. Duff, do you have any evidence you'd like to supply?
No, Your
other than
Honor,
this arrest
my
report?
my witness who had the body cam
All right,
left the
10-4.
state, so unfortunately he took it with him, and I could not get it in time. So no, I do not, Your Honor. But thank you.
Any units on scene again, be advised,
Okay,
this will be
Mr. Maple,
an
do you
older
have any
male,
other
sleeveless
evidence for the
shirt,
court
red
today?
hat, wearing camo and red, black and
That's
white.
no, Your Honor.
All right. If willing, Mr. Maple, would you like to have Mr. Duff testify?
If he's willing to go on the stand, Your Honor.
Mr. Duff, are you willing to take the stand?
I don't mind. Sure.
All right, Mr. Duff, you may take the stand.
Alright, let's see,
Alright, Mr. Duff, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do. Thank you.
the hell dropped in from here? Lost connection.
All right, Mr. Maple, the witness is yours.
Appreciate it, Your Honor.
All right, so we're gonna see.
Mr. Duff,
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you going onto the stand. I just have a few questions I'd
Okay.
like to ask you. If you're not comfortable with answering them, then just let me know.
Sure.
All right.
496. Dispatch
Mr.
code
Duff, do
0.
you remember the day that this incident occurred?
100%, sir.
Could you inform the court, please?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you inform the court what day this occurred?
I don't remember exact date, but I remember the day it happened because it's really affected me in life.
Gotcha. Well, the date was 07/15/2022. Okay.
Okay.
Do you remember the deputy that you initially spoke to?
You know what? I don't have the greatest memory, no, but I do remember him being nice, friendly, and a very respectful officer, professional, and I was having a fun time with him, and he was very good to me.
Okay. Well, is there a reason why you refused to identify yourself to them?
Yes,
Or
because
did
the
I
other
think?
officer that came to back him up was being very
Parking
rude to
garage
me.
appears to be
So I
clear.
said I would
Do you
not
have anything
identify
over there?
why the other officer was next to him. And the other officer identified me before I could even get the other officer away from him to talk, because that officer was very unprofessional, rude to me, and I didn't want to deal with him.
Okay. Can you remember exactly what he said to you or what conduct he did?
Yeah,
that
I
was
can remember the thing
unprofessional?
when I was being handcuffed and thrown in the cop car. I remember saying I don't have to deal with him for the rest of the night because he knew he was taking me to jail that night. And I will never forget that comment because I've never heard a cop say something like that before until then.
Okay. All right. And you were released. You weren't taken to jail?
No, I was taken to jail that night and spent the night in there. Couldn't come
Well-
out for a night or two.
Well, before the other incident.
No, and I told the first officer who gave me the ticket and said I could leave. Thank you. I told him I'd pay my fine, and respectfully, I was leaving. And like I told the judge, I flipped off the cop, went to get in the cop car, or not the cop car. I apologize, you guys. I went to get in the car, flipped him off again, and was waiting for the driver to leave. And that's when he told me to get out of the car, and he arrested me.
Okay. And you mentioned something in the docket that he said something to you?
Yeah, I
Or
just
is
said
that-
that.
Copy, one gunpoint, you need to-
Once he arrested me, I heard him talking to the other cop when I was in the cop car. He was right next to the window, and I heard him say he doesn't have to deal with me for the rest of the night because I'm going to jail. So to me, I felt this was a violation of my rights, and he intentionally arrested me.
Okay.
Alright guys, so I just got a message from Jeffrey. Being Antonio got called out. He wants me to
871-1015.
once in a while I just walk up to the balcony up here.
Cops, they try to help me because I'm
871-1015.
not a perfect kid.
1727.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna eat before I walk in because they can't actually see me right this
It all
second.
depends on what kind of
So I'm gonna
officer you
eat.
talk to. There's a couple that, when I get in trouble, they try to talk me into being a better person, and there's other ones that just throw the book at me and leave.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
And do you show any kind of intent to kind of improve yourself?
I'm here today, and I've been very good for the last couple of weeks while I'm on probation, and I haven't gotten in trouble and sent back to jail yet. So I'm trying my best.
Okay. So what are you on probation for, if you don't mind?
I plead the fifth on that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, if you could count, how many run-ins
There's nobody
with
up
law
there.
enforcement have you had in the past?
I was up here for a few minutes and
I would say too many for me to be happy with who I am, but like I said, I'm tough. But a lot of the cops I have run-ins with aren't anything like what this cop did to me. Because, like I said, I have the right to flip a cop off without being flipped off or without being arrested.
Okay. All right. And where were you planning on heading after?
I don't remember.
Don't remember. And why were you climbing up on that billboard?
I was dared to do it.
So just on a dare, you trespassed onto government property?
Yes, I did, and like I said, I paid my fine for that, and I did what was I was supposed to do with that ticket.
Okay.
Frank 59, be advised we do have one detained. Frank 59, high copied. 11015.
The one at gunpoint.
I do have one more question to ask you. So you mentioned, because there's a little bit of an inconsistency here, and I want to get the clarification from you. So I guess I have really two questions. Are you saying that in the report that the officer wrote is incorrect when it said that
Yes, I'll be back tonight.
you sat in the vehicle and you were sitting there and you flipped off the officer twice?
Paul 96.
But you're saying
10-4.
what actually happened is you flipped
10-8,
them off
Kitty
before
Patootie.
you went in the vehicle, and then flipped them off again?
That is correct. I flipped him off outside the vehicle and inside because he gave me the warning not to flip him off again outside the vehicle, and that's when I got in and did it again.
Okay. And so, from the moment you got into the vehicle to when you got taken out of the vehicle, what was the time period, like the length?
30 seconds to a minute.
All right, time to head back now.
So
I didn't realize. I just went back to look.
did the
I didn't realize
the
it
officers
says
ask you
just
to leave at
scan the
any point?
balcony.
Nope, because like I said, the driver was not getting in the car yet to leave. He was on the way to
I
the
think
car
I
when
can
that happened, when I got pulled out.
I'm gonna lock it because it was.
So was he in the car before you were told to get out?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I don't remember that.
Convenient. So, when you were...
And then he told me not to do it again or he's going to arrest me. And I know my rights, so got in the car and did it again. And that's when he pulled me out of the car and arrested me.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, that's all the questions I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you there, Mr. Maple, and Mr. Duff. You may step back to the bench.
Thank you.
All right. Every once in a while, we're gonna do that until he gets back. So.
Three Paul 94 1023 8160.
Paul 93 1023 1731.
All right. Mr. Maple, from what I'm seeing here in documentation, this particular deputy in question is no longer in service with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office.
That's a no, Your Honor. They retired.
Okay. Seeing here it was
Pauly to 28 or 27.
just retirement, no paperwork other than just retirement. It was just
28.
time in service.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be a Dennis Rogers.
So on that behalf,
David,
Your Honor, can I not have
Edward,
this case
Nora,
thrown out?
Ida,
Because,
Sierra,
you know, I don't have
Rogers,
somebody I could
Robert,
question now.
Oscar, Golf, Echo, Romeo,
And
Sierra.
that's
Chimbetu,
why there are
white male.
police reports and we are going over this.
Correction, that's gonna be 27. Sorry about that.
Yeah, copy. And stand by.
Just gonna go over a couple things here and make sure everything's in order on my side. Paperwork.
I hate how my dude keeps like looking around wherever he wants to. Like looking around.
All right, I think I have all the evidence here. Based on everything we've heard, I think we can come to a conclusion here. Mr. Duff, if you want to go ahead and approach and make your closing statement.
Back, clear, valid, negative 29s.
A2
Just my closing statement, Your Honor, would be that, you know, if anybody else is arrested for the same crime in any other state, it wouldn't, or for violating their First Amendment rights, they wouldn't even be in the situation. They wouldn't be arrested. And that there's many court cases, as like I showed to this court today, that proves that I shouldn't have been arrested. That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Duff. You may be seated. Mr. Maple, your closing statement.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Your Honor. First, I would just like to mention that in the defense's statement, they mentioned they have poor memory, poor recollection. They've had a significant significant amount of run-ins with law enforcement that have not been positive. So I believe that this individual may have a bias towards law enforcement. With that being said, however, also shows that this individual in the defense shows continuous run-ins with law enforcement. They're not changing their behavior. Recently, just on probation, as they stated, did not want to state to the court for what reason. And their previous run-in with law enforcement or last arrest was 2 weeks ago, and they're stating they're trying to get better. Beyond that, the statements to which they provided were a little inconsistent with the police report. They don't remember certain statements that they made in the court docket that was provided, that they wrote up with their attorney.
9-4, be clear
They
back to me.
stated that the deputy actually, in fact, said something completely different to what they said on the stand. And that's why when I asked them on the stand, what did they say to them when they flipped the bird at the deputy? He then said that he was just going to arrest him and not have to deal with him for the rest of the night, which is completely different to which he stated in the court docket.
Here, I did see somebody. I did see somebody out here earlier. I want to make sure they weren't just lurking out here.
Beyond that, within the letter of the law, pull it up here. It does state anyone who engages in lewd or dissolute conduct in a public place, to which I think falls under that. Beyond that, yeah, that is all I have for that, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Maple. You may take a seat. All right, based on everything I'm seeing here, based on the admission inside of the arrest report, and based on reports higher than ours on this ruling, I will state that the deputy, I believe, at the time may have been acting in good faith based on the letter of the law and thought that this did apply. However, in court, I'm going to rule that this did not apply, and we will be dropping the charges for the disorderly conduct arrest.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That is all.
Hey, sure. Can you show me 10-7 for a couple things?
Hit the gavel. Hit the gavel. I know he's got
Jeff,
it.
you may leave or whatever you need to do, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate Your Honor. Thank you.
Gavel. Oh, I used to have a gavel where you used to like have a sound clip of it.
All right, we will now be hearing traffic court case 0019, Mr. Weasel versus LSSO.
I'll be clear off the seat. They can shove me back
I'm here, Your Honor.
Back to the courthouse.
Frank 5-9, I'll show you clear headed back to the
Nice
courthouse.
attire for the courthouse.
Is now in session. Mr. Weasel, you may approach the stand and make your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, on 10/19, I was pulling into a parking lot and parked in a parking lot, and I was doing my job as a stringer for Weasel News, and apparently I didn't park in actual spots, and officer cited me for blocking intersection, which is a moving violation. It's not a a parking infraction, and I believe I was incorrectly cited and given a ticket for blocking intersection when an intersection is actually a junction where two or more roads converge, and also under your the citation, I was not blocking any marked crosswalks either, which is considered under blocking intersection under Chapter 7.
Okay, is that all you have, Mr. Weasel, at this time?
That is, Your Honor. Just that I admit that I was illegally parked in a parking lot, but I was not blocking an actual intersection.
Like I said, I believe Doug was on this.
Alright, Mr. Weasel, you may be seated.
I don't know if they're gonna call
Mr.
Doug up or
Maple, you are up for your opening statement.
Yeah, Your Honor. I agree. However, Your Honor, I believe they're dead. I was going over documents and I thought this was a joke, but I was going over documents that said that this individual was deceased that very same day, and there's it was
almost
emergency services
positive.
reported it. There's body camera footage. There's documentations of it. I even received the coroner's report like last month.
Yeah, so I was actually on that scene.
So I'm a little confused.
Okay. Okay. Can I have Maple and Mr. Weasel, can I have you step back to my quarters for me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All rise.
Hey.
Somebody must have messed up something.
Okay, well, I can tell you
3 Paul 9-4 back
that the same van,
Paul 9-4, 10-8, 1742.
the same van registered to the same person that we could not get a positive ID from was involved in an explosion that same night. And I actually want to look. Olivia, how we doing? Hello. I actually want to look at Lewis's report here. Alright, let's look up what I still actually need to do my report for this.
Hey, 7, you can clear me from this call here. Put me back 10-8.
Tom 8-7, clear 10-8. 1744.
Yeah, so alright, take care, Olivia. Because this license plate comes back to the vehicle saying,
swimming 10-7
do
for a moment.
not
Tommy, 710-7, 7244.
comes back to the same having a full conversation in the TeamSpeak chat. Do you not realize that it notifies every single person in this channel? DM each other. So as I was saying, so that vehicle that was involved in the explosion, that both were DOA. My God.
Hey, 7 back night.
Yeah, so the vehicle that was
Tommy,
in the
7,
explosion
46.
comes back to a VIN Weasel. Same exact license plate. And they were both DOA. So I don't know if they're gonna throw this case out. And the people were so far gone that we honestly could not get a ID or anything because they were literally melted. Like their entire body was melted. God. I can't be the only one receiving these messages, right? Okay, Patrick. Perfect.
Control.
All
4
rise
Poly
for
2.
the Honorable Judge Callahan.
Poly 2.
Go ahead and start me medical 7163. 8-7, I had a radio issue. Did I miss any calls?
87, negative, Poly 2. State the reason. State the reason why.
You may be seated. Court is back in session.
Sorry about that, I didn't transmit it, but he appears he threw up. I want to get him checked out for being intoxicated before I transport.
Copy for possible intoxication.
That's affirmative.
Seems like there may have been clerical errors or something.
Yeah,
so
where are you
we'll be
at
looking
directly?
into that. But as this case
I'm
goes,
going
I
to be
think
at
we kind of have everything
7163 and
we
advise
need
medical.
right now.
The best way to access me is to come
the own
drive
admission
7163
on the
through to the alleyway,
citation
and I
and
should be at the main
pictures
entrance
obtained
of the
through
hotel.
Weasel News's
In between the
vehicle,
motel, or not the hotel,
and
garage.
filming that they were doing.
Okay,
The
copy.
vehicle
You are at
was
the main
parked in
entrance
a
of the
parking
parking
lot
garage.
on private property.
Yeah,
And is
well,
not
I'm
subject
definitely
to
talking to
public
somebody about that
enforcement,
because that's what
so
could confuse
we
me
will
and
be
make me
dropping
upset.
the ticket as of now.
Okay, copy.
Alright. That's going to do it for traffic case 0019. Mr. Weasel, you may be seated back in the court.
Oh, Doug was the one that cited him for it.
Okay, is there any other cases that did not get on the docket today that maybe can be heard today? Or go ahead and raise your hand. Alright, sir, go ahead and come forward. Do you have a case number?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Alright, what is your case number so I can see if we have it here?
Let me get it out of my back pocket. It's gonna be 47 criminal
All right.
case.
What was that?
47 criminal case.
All right, just give me a moment to look over everything here and make sure we have all your paperwork in order.
A person too, but.
All right, sir, your court submission here is just a little fuzzy. Do you mind stating exactly what you're here to fight against?
Yes, Your Honor. I got arrested on the Great Ocean Highway for my arthritis and my medical condition. They failed me on my sobriety test. And they took me to jail.
Influence.
Okay, so you're here to fight a DUI charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you can be seated. Just look over the paperwork and let the defense look over their paperwork for a moment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Folks, I do plan on staying on all night. You.
All right, I've had some time to look over this documents. I think I understand now more what the case is about. Mr. Maple, do you need any more
Lincoln
time, or are
39
you
control.
all set as well?
All right, correction, Lincoln 37
All set, Your
control.
Honor.
All right, then.
Can you monitor controls radio traffic for about 1 mic for me?
Is it Mr. Rampansky? Is that how you say your name, sir?
Control be off the radio
Yes,
for
Your Honor.
60 seconds.
All right, do you have any representation here today, or are you representing yourself?
I'll be representing myself.
Who is
today.
that? It's not Jess's character.
Okay. You may go ahead and approach and make your
I don't know
opening
whose
statement.
character that is.
Your Honor, I was arrested a week or two ago, and they arrested me for my medical condition that I shouldn't have been arrested for.
Where's what?
It's for my arthritis. I have my medical card, and everything that qualifies. And they arrested me for me failing the walk test and the one leg stand test because of my arthritis.
Yeah, but there's other ways that they conducted it to also.
All right, is that all, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may be seated. Mr. Maple, you're up for your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, wonderful people of the court. Going through this docket, at least from my understanding, the defense is claiming that the arrest was made based on the individual's arthritis or medical conditions. However, I'd like to make the claim that multiple avenues were taken from initially reading the actual report itself. The officers did do their due diligence and go above and beyond, not only conducting proper FST report or proper FSTs by a deputy who's trained in that field, and not only that, did actually go through a BAC test as well and determined, and it's noted in the actual report itself, that the individual had a BAC level of 0.3. Not only that, they also admitted to taking marijuana, which, if he has a medical card, is perfectly legal. However, by the letter of the law, no individual is allowed to be under the influence of any drug and operate a vehicle in the state of San Andreas. So I believe the deputies were in the right to actually charge this individual, and I don't believe, nor is there any proof to the contrary, that the deputies actually charge the individual for purely on their medical condition.
3.94 to control.
Paul 94.
All right, thank you, Maple. You may be seated.
Could you show me 20,
Mr. Rampowski,
23
do you
at
have
the Toledo
any
station?
evidence
I've
you'd
got
like to present to the court
gentleman here
today?
that flagged me down for an impound request.
No,
Yeah, copy.
Your Honor.
Yeah, we'll put you on impound.
10-4, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Rampowski?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay, and Mr. Maple, do you have any evidence you'd like to present to the court today?
I can just go over the initial report and what's been added to the docket. It's not much.
All right. Bailiff, can you grab me a copy of that document?
And Toledo 83. Good afternoon. Showing you clear 10-8, 7258.
Yeah, it's going to be this one. That's going to be the report and USB that has the dash camera video as well, if he needs that. Here's a sticky note for the timestamp.
Thank you. And this is an arrest report?
Yes, Your Honor. Arrest report's right there, as well as the dash camera video if you'd like to review it as well. It just shows the FFT and the interaction itself.
All right. Seeing this here. Mr. Rampowski, would you be opposed to taking the stand and corroborating some of this information for your own side?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it a yes? You would like to take this? You'd be willing to take the stand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Maple, would you like to question Mr. Ampowski?
Of course, if he's willing to go on the stand.
All right, Mr. Ampowski, you may step forward to the bailiff.
All right, sir. Go ahead and raise your right hand and repeat after me. All right. Well, not repeat, but do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Maple, it is your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Rapansky, can you hear me well, sir?
Yes, Mr. Maple.
Excellent. So Mr. Rapansky, appreciate you coming on the stand. I'm just gonna ask you a few basic questions, and so hopefully we can kind of clear the air here and, allow the court to gain a little bit more of understanding with what happened, all right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Do you, Mr. Rapansky, do you remember what day this incident occurred? Just off the top of your head? If you don't, it's all right.
Yes, sir. It happened on October 9th,
October 9th?
2022.
Excellent. Mr. Rapansky, you mentioned that you, prior to you being pulled over, you smoked in quotations, a joint?
Yes, but it was before I
Right.
started driving.
Right. Do you know approximately the timeline beforehand?
It was an hour or two before I got pulled
3
over.
Paul 9-4, you show
Okay.
me clear back tonight.
Paul 9-4, clear 10-8,
Now,
1802.
you mentioned you have some sort of documentation that says you're able to smoke this for medical reasons, correct?
Yes, Mr. Maple.
Okay. Now, do you typically smoke a marijuana and operate a vehicle? Is that normal?
Usually no. I was actually headed home before I got pulled over.
Right. So usually no, but you do tend to do it.
No.
Well, no, you said you usually don't, which kind of implies that you still do it. It's this not just an off chance. Or if you misquoted, then is this just the only time you've ever done it?
This was one of the only times that I have done it because I thought it was safe to go back on the road.
Okay. So I guess to kind of, for a better understanding, so I guess how many times do you usually drive a vehicle about an hour or two after smoking marijuana?
Usually, after an hour or two, I say I'm good to drive.
Right. So how do you
2 hour maximum.
Right. So do you typically or commonly drive after an hour or 2 hours? Is that a
Yes.
common thing? Okay.
Commonly,
So
yes.
okay. So you do often drive after smoking.
Yes. So I don't have my arthritis killing me while I'm driving.
Of course. So you would say without the marijuana, or being affected by the marijuana or its effects taking place, you'd be in too much pain to operate a vehicle?
Yes, Mr. Maple. I also take blood pressure meds.
You also take blood pressure medication.
Control Poly 2.
Yes, twice a
Poly
day.
2.
Show me transporting one male to 8047.
Now,
Correction, it's going to be 9148.
now, did the deputies tell you you were
Copy, Davis SF.
being arrested because of your arthritis?
No, they honestly just gave me this field sobriety test and they watched me fail. I know I failed the last two. I know I did. Because I
Okay.
couldn't do them like regular people would.
Okay. And did they perform any other tests besides the field sobriety tests, or could you explain what the field sobriety tests were that they did to you?
Yes,
Just
Mr.
real
Maple.
briefly to the court, so that way they're aware.
Alright. The first one would be the horizontal gaze.
Okay. All right.
The
And what was
sec-
the second one?
The second test would be on the one leg stand.
Okay. And what was the third one?
The third one would be the pace and walk. I'm not really familiar with that one,
Okay.
but I know I did not do well.
Okay. That's no problem. Now, did they utilize any other devices or tests on you after that?
No, they did not. They took me to the jail room. They got blood drawn from me, I believe.
Okay. So at the jail they took blood from you?
Yeah.
Okay. And so about that time, so around the time from when you were taken to the penitentiary and blood was taken out, how long would you say the timeline would be that you had that joint? Would it be over 2 hours at that point?
At that point, yes.
At that point? Okay.
Almost right over.
All right. And one more question I want to ask you. Did you drive here today, sir?
No, I did not.
Oh, did you get a ride or
I had a taxi.
you got a taxi? Okay. And did you smoke prior to coming in today as well?
Not this morning, no.
No, not this morning? Okay. Okay. All right. So, actually, there's one more question I'd like to ask you before I'm done with my line of questioning. You mentioned that you smoked and then you were going to be heading home and you were waiting about an hour to 2 hours approximately. Where were you smoking before?
It was at the hotel. Because I don't have a home no more. Due to being divorced.
So you were smoking marijuana in a hotel?
Motel, yes. I haven't had a home in about almost a whole month now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just wanted to get that clarification from you. Okay. Well, that's all for me, Your Honor. I appreciate the opportunity and thank you, Mr. Rapansky, for answering these questions.
You're very welcome, Mr. Maple.
All right, Mr. Rapansky, you can go ahead and sit back down.
Yes, Your Honor. Excuse me.
All right, I think we've got enough based on all the evidence and testimony. Does anyone, Mr. Maple, do you have anything else for the court?
No, Your Honor. I'm ready for closing statements.
All right, Mr. Rapansky, do you have anything else for the court today?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rampowski, if you want to go ahead and step forward and make your closing statement.
Your Honor. These officers need to know.
Toledo
no
8, 3,
conditions
Paul 9
are
Ford
occurring.
back, motor vehicle accident
Just
with
to
injuries.
let people like me won't go to jail and possibly die.
9-4.
People like me at my age don't
Toledo
usually
A3
make
call
it in
94,
jail
respond
that
1000
luckily.
Sonora Freeway.
I had a
1000
daughter
Sonora
that
Freeway at the
believed
gas
me.
station. Motor vehicle accident, sounds like with injuries. Local manager is stating
Nothing
the
more, Your
subject ran
Honor.
themselves over with a car
Alright, thank you, Mr.
with their
Rampowski. You
own
may take a
vehicle.
seat.
Still obtaining further.
Mr. Maple, your closing statement. Go ahead and step forward.
En route from 1062.
Thank you, Your Honor.
9-4, same traffic from 1012.
Your Honor.
Copy both units en route 1810.
I believe
Try new
following the
stuff,
letter of
guys.
the
Try
law,
new
this is a
stuff.
very open and shut case. I'd actually would like to go forward with another motion to, or bring it to the court, and if you feel as though it'd be appropriate. So, following forward, he was charged with a DUI for driving under the influence. I feel as though the deputies actually went above and beyond with this arrest and followed their proper training and procedures. Not only did they get a deputy that was trained to conduct field sobriety tests, they did those tests. He failed, taking in consideration to his pre-existing conditions. While having him arrested, he was tested, and his BAC level came back at 0.30%. His THC. Now, he admitted on the stand that that was over the 2-hour mark. It was when he was in jail, and that's when the blood was taken out and tested. If he was saying, worst case scenario, if he was driving for an hour, his THC was probably much higher. So he could have been more so affected on the road. So thankfully, these deputies caught this and were able to stop it before a potential accident could have occurred. Well, mentioning that he did this very common. This is a common trend for him.
No response so far.
He smokes.
Copy, all advised.
After an hour, he drives, and showing with this arrest, even after past the 2-hour mark, obtaining his BAC test, it still showed 0.30 THC in his blood levels. Adding to that, if he's unable to drive a vehicle without the use of the medicinal marijuana, he's in extreme pain.
Pulse is 55 beats per minute and falling.
Wouldn't exactly be too fit for driving a vehicle. Even so, he admitted that he needs to feel the effects of the medical marijuana in order to operate the vehicle as well, because it relieves the pain, but he also has high THC levels in his blood, or in his blood.
Is this going to be a technical rescue for FD?
Show that he is under the influence.
That's affirmative.
So there's no evidence to what he's stating that the deputies were acting in ill faith or going after him due to his pre-existing medical conditions. They actually went above and beyond for his benefit to ensure that all avenues and channels were followed and proper tests were taken before going full forth with the arrest. And past that, I have nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Maple. You may take your seat. Alright. I think it's a pretty open and shut one tonight. Mr. Rampowski, you aware that you cannot be driving while under the influence of any kind of narcotics?
If you're just not smoking and driving, yes.
Well, okay, sir, but the same applies just like you can't be drinking alcohol 2 hours before go get in a car and then not get charged with DUI because you drank it at your house. You understand?
I understand also.
Alright, I don't know what other medication you may be taking, but also many medications also state you cannot operate heavy machinery. Doing that, I believe that is also on medical marijuana prescriptions because you cannot be driving while under the influence. So based on the fact of the own admission, the fact that this seems to be on testimony now that a regular thing you are doing, as well as the failed FSTs and blood work that shows that you were under the influence of a narcotic at
What's
the
up,
time.
Chris? How we doing?
We are going to be going ahead and continuing with the charges. You will be charged guilty for DUI as well as your license is going to be suspended for 2 months. After that 2 months, you will have to get a certification from the DMV, passing a road test to get your license back. Understand, Mr. Rampowski?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rampowski, I hope you feel better, all right? And that's going to be it for this case. And that is also going to be court is adjourned for the day. Thank you all for coming out. We are going to be clearing out the court now. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
Alright guys, court has now ended, so we're gonna be put it out to regular control.
Yeah, just another day's work, gentlemen.
Got a quick question. So I was also fined and invoiced, but I hadn't paid it yet. Did they take that away, or what do they do?
You gotta pay that before you get a bench warrant.
Well, I mean, the judge said that I won my case, so.
Oh, you won your case. Oh, so
Yeah.
it'll get dismissed. Yeah.
So I don't have to pay the invoice then?
No, sir.
Okay, so they'll take care of that in my records then?
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't know your status, so my apologies.
All right, thank you.
Not a problem.
5 Tom 87, show me 10-7 for a few mics.
I'm gonna go change.
Tom 8710-7.
Ah, yes, I'm 2-0. Yeah, buddy. All right, court's adjourned. As long as everybody's out of the courthouse, y'all can just go ahead and bounce out to whatever beats that you got.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Appreciate you guys. Good job.
Appreciate you and your FST, sir.
Yes. I only wish that I did the breathalyzer wouldn't have done nothing. That's why we didn't do the breathalyzer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, that's why I was wondering why he was saying BAC.
Yeah. So
Well, the DA, he was saying BAC. You don't get a
Yeah.
BAC for marijuana.
Yeah, it's probably just a little flubber,
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
you call it.
Foobar.
Foobar. Is the balcony clear?
Yep, cleared, locked.
All right, Matthew, the courtroom is cleared and locked?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good shit,
See you
fellas.
guys out
We're
there.
going to head out.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, Lopez. You're the best. You're all the
Yes,
best.
sir.
No, you're the best,
Definitely are.
Let me get the door for you guys.
Thank you.
thank
Holy
you.
shit, it's
Holy
nighttime.
shit, it's
Jesus.
nighttime. Oh
Damn,
my
God.
God.
Can
This
we?
is daytime when we got in here.
I had
Fucking
sunglasses
Jesus
on when I
Christ.
came in.
time of year,
Alright, I'm
man.
ready to the station.
It's wrist slitting season.
God, you guys with your slow walks.
Hey,
I'm not
mine's
walking
not slow.
slow.
I'll speed it up.
Mine's
Fred.
not slow at all. What you
Mine's
talking
not
about?
slow, Gibson.
So I can't walk slow because I have a bad back.
They're just
Oh, is that
How
what
do you
it
get
is?
away with
Yeah.
calling him Gibson?
I thought it was just you oozing with swag. I thought it was
Why'd you
just...
come to work?
No, I got a bad back.
The sheriff's gonna try to avoid paying for that since you came to work hurt.
Yeah, it's probably the sheriff is the one that told him to walk slow.
That's what the doctor told me.
It's just signs of getting old, that's all.
I don't think I could ever call Lieutenant just Gibson.
Yeah, I'm used to it. That's what I've always called him.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you, man.
Units that are leaving the courthouse, don't forget to go 10-8 when you're available.
Alright, guys.
Right, 59, 10-8.
Frank 5910-8. 1819.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna hop out here, though. Jump out here for a minute, guys.
X-ray 280.
I guess I will
280.
be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
sir,
I'll
I'll
be
be,
back,
1041
and we're gonna be
today.
headed on a typical patrol, guys, a normal patrol. So,
10-18,
folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Adam 67, show me 1041 10
Adam 67, confirm 10-7.
1041 10 8.
1041 10 8 1820.
Eight seven back available.
Tom 87, clear 10 8.
Paul 82, show me clear back 10-8 and show me around up to area 4.
Paul 82, clear 10 8 1821.
Five Tom 87, I'm gonna be 1042 10-7. Thanks everyone, have a good night.
Tom 87, 10 7 1042. Have a good night, sir.
X-ray 280.
280.
You show me out on an abandoned vehicle 7270 Carcer Way, please.
Abandoned vehicle 7270, Carcer Way, 1823.
280.
280. Correction, sir, that will be 2 abandoned vehicles. Copy. And I'll start you 2 County 51s. Thank you, sir.
Control, Fleet 083. Do we have a CSO nearby?
He's in the city. I can start him your way.
Negative, we'll take care of the tow here.
Okay, copy. I'll start you County 51. Should be less than 2.
10-4, thank you.
Lincoln 39, I'll be 10-8, sir.
Lincoln 39, clear 10-8. 1827. clear off, that'll be back 10-8. X-ray 280, clear 10-8, 1830. X-ray 280, impound risk. Send it. Impound request of SSO 9148. En route. Copy, en route 1834.
Alright guys, I am back. Text Adam 6 W 1041 tonight. Or not.
6-2, repeat.
I'll be 10-8, sir.
Copy 10-8, 1836.
There we go. Alright, I do need to restart my stream deck though. Alright. Let me just make sure. Perfect. That works now. That's good. Perfect. Alright guys, let's get out on patrol now. Let's get our radar up though. Alright guys, let's get out there. Our lights work. Yep, they work. They look beautiful like they always do.
Frank 742, that's the night. Frank 59, 10-7 for the night. See you on the next one, sir, 1837.
X-ray 280, show me 23 on scene, Davis Station.
280 at Davis, 1838.
I have no idea what we'll get into tonight, but
And Charles 31, was that you in your 10-8? 10-4. Good evening, sir. Showing you 10-8, 1839.
oh, you're local. Turn here.
Paul 96 Control.
Paul 96.
Yes, sir. Can you show me 10-7 for a few mics?
Affirm 10-7, 1842.
Paul 94 to Control.
Paul 94.
10-4, sir. I will be clear of this call at 10-7 for tonight.
Paul 94, clear 10-7.
Control, Toledo 83. Still even connected, but I'm out with one here on North Freeway at 1203.
And Toledo 83, confirm you're out with a vehicle or out with a subject?
The individual walking on the side of the highway.
Okay, copy. Are you clear from your other call?
I'm clear. Just leave me attachment. Yeah.
10-4.
I hate locals that do that.
Control, Toledo 83. I'm going to be giving one individual a courtesy ride at the Ron's gas station.
Copy. Courtesy ride to Ron's gas station 846.
stop by. We'll do like a welfare check on FD. Be there also.
Control Lead 083, back 10-8, still leaving me attached to that call.
10-4.
If you're back here or if you're out
Paul 96 Control, moving back 10-8.
Paul 96, 10-8, 1848.
Option 19, you can show me 41.
How do I fix an infinite crouch? Like, this just keeps
Ocean
happening
19,
and
good
I
afternoon,
can't
sir. Showing
fix it.
question 1848.
home key.
Oh, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on here. But I've got a firefighter over there. He's on the ground. That's engine 11. Then we have somebody over there with a motorcycle injury. So, you know, busy day at the station.
Okay, is that a local to our left there?
It is not. It is not. What happened? You okay?
Paul 94, back 10-8.
What happened?
Paul 94, clear 10-8, 1849.
Buddy?
Adam 62.
Good.
I'm gonna be assisting FD 9331 Capital, possible FD member down.
Copy, advised.
Like a possible motorcycle accident in the parking lot here. Checking for pulse now, not responsive.
Is there any other LE or correction FD members on scene?
We got one on scene here. Possible medic, no others. Hey man, you hear me? There's definitely...
Buddy, can you hear me?
Here, hold on, we'll be right back.
Oh, we got
Actually,
medics.
Okay, which medic's yours?
Mine's medic 11.
What's your number?
What's that, officer?
What's your number?
573.
Okay. Which one's 7-3? Oh, is this the only one here? I don't think so. Ooh.
Alright, I'm not getting a response from him. He's got a pulse rate of 85. But yeah, that's definitely good, so he's alive.
Okay. That's gonna be so annoying.
New dispatch, motor vehicle accident / injuries, Capitol Boulevard, 9331.
Has anybody checked on the other firefighter?
Where is he? Okay, I can go check on him.
He's in the yard right out front.
Okay.
Adam 67 to back motor vehicle accident. Go for 67. Respond 9331 Capitol Boulevard, 9331 Capitol Boulevard with Adam 62 for motor vehicle accident with injury.
Hey, can you hear me?
Possible firefighter down. Copy, show me your out code.
The sheriff's office, can you hear me? 6-2, if we can start one more medic if available. Looks like we're gonna have 2 FD members down.
Copy, starting an additional. They're en route.
And 6-2, believe it's gonna be possibly engine 11, squad 11, possibly. Hey, Lieutenant, can you grab the med bag out of my trunk? Thank you. What the hell happened here? Oh, Jesus.
Here you go, buddy. What you got?
Alright, pulse is 15, action is 74. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get a C color on him here.
Okay. Is there nobody else here?
There's another medic over that ambulances, but that's gonna be another medic down, or FD member down.
Oh, have you checked on them yet?
Yes, there's a medic over there right now working on him.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yep. If you can flag them down over here, tell them pulse is 15 and O2 is 74, so they know what we're working with.
Yeah, the guy right here, pulse is 15, O2 is gonna be 74.
Extra
74. Oh no, what happened?
I'm not sure.
I don't know what the hell happened, but I pulled up and both of them were down, and your medic over there, I don't know, I believe it's 11, so they got 2
I did not mean to do this one.
down.
Officer down as well?
Medics. We have, yep, we have two FD members down.
4496.
We got one over here and one by that medic.
21 me, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna get a C color out of the bag. What, was he hit by a car? Like, why is he...
I have no idea. There's...
What?
Your other FD member over there is laying next to a motorcycle, and the FD member has a helmet on, like a motorcycle helmet.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, I'm gonna turn him over into his back carefully, if you wanna help me roll him.
Yep. Alright.
Control item 67 on scene.
Make sure he's breathing before I kill him.
67 on scene.
Yep.
Matt, what do we got?
Hey, Penalty. So over where that other medic is, can you go assess? No, not assess, but assist the other medic that's over there. He's by himself. Just ask if he needs any help. Cheers, sir. I don't know what happened here. Hey Shane, you guys got cameras on the building?
Yes, we have cameras all over the place. We get an okay in them. All right, start pushing air into his lungs.
All right. Hey, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
If you wouldn't mind, I hate to, ask you to do some things, but can you just check the camera, see what the hell happened here and why we have 2 medics down?
Yep.
Because they're both unresponsive, so.
The password's penis, penis, penis. Don't ask. Jess made it.
Oh,
it's
Jesus
it's on side. You can use the laptop at the or the computers there at the front desk.
My password. Never mind.
It's penis, penis, penis. Yep. Don't ask. Jess did it.
Control Bleed 083, you can clear me from that last call.
Bleed 083. Native today.
All right, so he's starting to breathe better with this BVM. All right, next thing I need you to do, I need you to take over bagging while I start assessing his hips and stuff.
Okay. Chip, are you talking to me or are you talking to Jeffrey? JB, I saw your message, brother, and I'll go 10-7 react to this. Literally, I pulled up and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, so we got 2 medics down. You're good, brother, you're good. It's not mine though, is it? Okay, just want to make sure.
Control 4, Paul 82.
Oh, I gotcha. You guys don't have Skylife, right? I assume not.
Yes, but we don't have Skylife available tonight. Looks like he's got some major bleeding from the upper left thigh. Perfect.
Oh, okay. That's.
I should have known that first.
All right, JB, that's.
I'll be 10-7,
okay.
1042. Have a good night.
I was literally about to go 10-7 after this, but all right.
1932.
I got you, brother. Sounds good.
Lincoln 39 to control. You can show me on scene here at 9332, the FD station.
See if this helps. Tighten this tourniquet down.
Copy, show you on scene. 9332. 9332.
I have no idea what the hell happened here.
All right. While you continue bagging, I'm gonna go get some SIDS real quick and the backboard.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem, JV. I mean, I was seriously gonna go help, but fine. I see how it is. Jess is better than me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know what? She probably is. She probably is. She's done it more than I have. But I honestly, man, if you need help.
Okay, I'm going to gently, or if you can, while you're bagging them, gently roll them towards you.
Yep, I can.
And then I'll slide the backboard under.
Alright.
Roll on back, perfect.
Yep.
Paul 94, Polito 83 to back. Suspicious person.
Alright, there we go.
Alright.
94.
Okay, while you're still bagging, we're going to lift them up on 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
Paul 94,
up.
Polito 83, respond to 1042, Fire Station 1. Firefighters are stating there's a white male adult, white shirt, black pants outside.
Yeah.
Swinging his arms around, does not appear to be armed at this time.
Thanks, Cooks.
Yep.
Just
Hey, how's your
outside
stomach,
the
man?
Subject. I believe it's still in the area.
Still there, but
Little sore?
a little bit.
94 copy and route from 1056.
Hey, 3, I see Joel here. I'm in contact with him.
Copy.
Lieutenant, after entering that nice password, did you find anything out, or?
9483, where you at?
Yeah, it looks like it was a
1030
looks like it was a
Highway.
local
We're
that
gonna be
might
on
have
the
come in.
southbound lanes.
One of the firefighters was on a bike, a black and white bike. Looks like, and
A bike.
hit him and made him almost hit him and
94,
made
you
him
wanna go to
swerve
FD
and run
0
into the hospital. And then that same local then hit our firefighter that's out here.
Okay, so basically all local. And listen, brother, I appreciate you coming in and checking in. I honestly, I hate telling you like to help me out, because like obviously you're higher than me, so you should be telling me what to do.
No, you're good. I was just speaking with CJ over there, but I was just thinking, before you even said anything, I was thinking about hitting up the cameras. I was just talking with the new FD guy out there. I got a little distracted. Yeah.
Batch,